everyone. This is Darren Williams with 12 More Keys with another episode of Chop Talk. Now, see, Chop Talk is where we actually sit down with musicians and singers and producers from all over the country with a wide range of music abilities as well as genres. And we just sit down and have a candid conversation about their musical journey. Now, I hope you join this journey as well by subscribing to this channel as well as hitting that notification bell, and you will always have updated content of what is going on. Now, that being said, let's get it started. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, this is D Will from 12 More Keys. I got on the line today some of my real good friends, my boys, my guys that I grew up with. We've been friends. We've been rocking together for a long time since we were little kids, actually. And I'm so happy to share this opportunity to just talk to them today. So, everybody, this is Michael Anthony, Derek Sanders, and Curtis Knighton. Y'all say what's up to everybody.
What's up?
Hey. And I'm just want to tell you guys, really happy that you guys get to be the first ones to grace me with this opportunity. Uh, so I mean, I don't know who wants to go first, but Mike, you want to tell everybody who you are since you the first one in the block. It looks like.
Yeah, I guess so. Since I'm the oldest too, I guess. Uh, no, Mike. My name is Michael Anthony. Wow. Um, um, been best friends with these young men for over 30 years. My God, I know since the early 80s for me, the early 80s, and wow, we've been Derek and I was just talking about that the other night too, about man, when did we really become close? So it was somewhere around the 80s when we met, but it was right in the late 80s, I believe, that we started getting close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because I was just thinking the other day, Derek and I we met like shoot when I was about 12, I think.
Yeah,
Be somewhere around there because
somewhere 12, 13.
yeah, we took lessons together from the great Willie Davis.
Uh,
Yeah,
yep.
and then I don't know, Kurt. I remember meeting you. I think you were about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I think Derek had taken me over to your grandma's church one night. I think she was having a revival, and I'm like listening. I'm like, who in the world is playing the drums? I mean, they was smoking, and you popped up. It was just some little kid. I'm like, what's this kid? I mean, the only person I heard usually were some people that were a little older that could play, but I mean, he was getting it in. I was like, wow, I ain't never heard nobody play like that young. And when did we meet? Is that the time y'all met too, Mike, Kurt, or y'all already knew each other?
Actually, I met Kurt when he was around 8 years old, I
Oh
believe.
wow. Oh okay.
I think Kurt was around 8.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I definitely remember that.
Yeah.
uh,
I know. A
and
lot, a
how
lot of
long? Now, how did y'all meet?
Was it Reggie Hill, Mike?
Ah.
yeah. You know what? It was Reginald Hill.
Oh, okay.
Met you guys through him, and wow, yeah, because you were 8. I think Jewel was probably 14 or 15, maybe something like that.
Yeah, she was. Yep, I don't think she was over 14. Yep, so
Okay.
she had
Yeah.
right around there.
Yep. So that's how we met. It was through Reginald Hill. He brought me by there, and the rest is history.
Oh, okay. Now, were you playing drums then, Kurt, at 8?
Yes, I was.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was playing drums. That's how we met too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mike used to come harass me out back on the porch on Plainview. I used to trash drums out there, and
Right.
I used to envy Mike because Mike could play. A lot of
That's
people
funny.
play the drums before anything, I think. So I used to, dang, how you do that? And he used to say, "Moo, let me show you how you do this." Like, used to, he could have his way because wasn't nothing I could do with him,
Yeah.
And he'd get on a drum set and he would always play that Little Red Corvette song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was
Was
listening
it
to that.
Little Red Corvette?
He's playing.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Call it.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Now, when did you meet Mike, Derek?
So wait a minute. We done with the intros? Only Mike did the intro.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
I
Well,
was saying that.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Kurt, you go next. I'll go last.
Well, I'm just Curtis. I'm the little fella on the block. I had the opportunity to have Derek, Mike, as friends and best friends from a little fella. And so I guess I was exposed to more because I was around older people playing and stuff like that at a young age. And that impacted my life, in a great way. And even beyond playing instruments, I had the master philosopher Derek to always critique on how to carry myself and how I should act as a young man. And, we would even battle in that arena and then battle when we played together. It was fun and it shaped us. I don't know if that's an intro or what, but
that's all good.
But I've been
all right, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've been playing music for long as I know. That was my first love. I mean, it seemed like I always had a drum set or a keyboard or a guitar. Fumble with all of them, but of course I fell in love with the drums, and it just took a hold of my heart, if you could say it like that. And that's what I did most of the first part of my life. So
yeah, I wanted to throw this in before I remember playing at Christ the Mediator a while back, and Kurt would be doing Dave Weckl stuff. And he'd be like expecting us to play like, okay, well, y'all need to do these runs. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I can't play that Chick Corea stuff. But he was doing all the Dave Weckl stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just watch you and just come in when I can do a few fill-ins here and there. All right, D.
All right, so Derek Sanders, Detroit native, like you cats, currently living out in Atlanta. And as Darren said, we met, I think I was 13, so it makes sense Darren was 12 because we are a year apart. Taking lessons from Willie Davis Jr. way back in the day, where I met Dana. We go back over 40 years. But the interesting connection, we met, let me see. So I met Darren like at 13. And then Kurt, we met because my brother was dating Jewel. And then Kurt's aunt. And then I met Mike because our older brothers were dating sisters. And that's what we was trying to figure out the other day when we was talking, what age we were. I remember Mike being crazy around 16 years old and driving crazy, sitting on the top of the back of the driver's seat. He's sitting up on the head part driving. I remember that. I remember hearing him doing that or something crazy. So that's how we met. So it's crazy the four of us came together because, of course, Kurt and Mike, y'all knew each other because your brother was dating his aunt. And then I meet you because my brother's dating, our brothers are dating sisters.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to figure out the other day. I'm like, how we all come together? And then I guess with the four of us being musicians, at some point we all just decided to start working together and trying to have our production team back in the day.
Best Friends Productions.
Right. We had the dope business cards. Remember that? Had all four of
I
our
still
names.
have one too.
Wow.
You got to take a picture of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, so like speaking of best friends production, I remember just we're trying to figure out, it's like we always had like a piece to the puzzle.
Right.
Mike, you had the equipment, so we came over your house. Um like I would try to do some key work and Derek would do some bass work.
Right.
Kurt would do the beats sometimes,
Yeah.
and then after a while, I mean, like, I think we need more equipment. I think we need another build. I think we need a building. And
Yeah, I remember that. That was Mike. That was Mike. We need a building. I'm like, we ain't got no clients.
Yeah, but that was hilarious. That was fun.
Yeah.
Mike, I mean, Derek. So, I mean, you play bass, probably more so. I would say a lot of the times more so than keys, even though
Yep.
you play keys too. I have to know, you did some touring before too with some people, and how was that?
So I did, oddly enough, moved out to Nashville March the 1st, 2006. I moved out to Nashville because I was trying to pursue music. And I remember I had the idea to go, and I don't think I had really told anybody. I was working at Guitar Center at the time. And I remember Josiah Bell came in there, and I was kicking it with him because he had moved out to Nashville. And I was telling him I was thinking about coming. He was like, oh, man, come on out, come on out. So I ended up moving to Nashville. And I remember I was working on Music Row, at a sports and entertainment bank. And I got a call from one of my good buddies, Mike Ellison, known as Mike E, not to be confused with Mike E from Commission.
Right.
So he gave me a call. This had to be around, I think it was December 2007. I had just quit my job at the bank. Mike called, we kicking it, and he was telling me he was going to go out on tour. And the guy he wanted to go out on tour with to play keys didn't want to go. So we have our conversation, catching up, all that stuff. We hang up. He calls me back, probably not even 5 minutes later. He's like, D, you know what I'm thinking, right? I'm like, what? He's like, you should go with me on this tour. So I moved to Nashville to pursue music, to end up coming back to Detroit to go out on tour with everybody was from Detroit. So I went out on tour. That was 2008, and then went back out on tour 2009. And it was a great time. A lot of good experiences. Got to go a lot of places that I would not have gone otherwise. A lot of cool. We did like a college tour, so that was cool. And got to go, like I said, to a lot of places I would have probably not gone. Probably wouldn't have gone to Eugene, Oregon.
right.
Yeah, so, but it was cool. Touring was great.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just want to share with everybody. Mike, you do a lot of writing and a lot of producing for yourself as well. And you actually just did a project not too long ago. And I just want to play a little bit of a clip of this particular song that you did. Let me see.
Hallelujah. It's you, Jesus, who's my provider. It's you, Jesus, who's a way maker. It's you, Jesus.
It's you, Lord, who makes me who I am. It's you, Lord, who loves me as I am. It's you, Lord, who calms the strengthens me at times when I am weak. Without a doubt, it was you who brought me out. I was so alone, I was lost, so confused. It was you that I could depend on, Jesus. Your blood has made me free, I have the victory. Lord, you made me see when I strayed away and I called out your name, and I fell to my knees and I prayed, Jesus, it's you, it's you, Lord, it was you all the time. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, Lord, it's you, Lord, you've been there for me, you've been right there, right. It's you, it's you, oh, Lord, I thank you for being everything. Oh, Lord, I thank you for being everything.
That was a good song, man. Good job.
Yeah. They gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, Kurt, you can unmute yourself too.
Oh, I'll do my clap again.
So I wanted to share with everybody too that, you guys are not just, musicians. I think we become friends, but, almost like entrepreneurs and everything. I'm sitting in my studio here. Kurt pretty much and Mike, y'all came over and pretty much this was all an open space, and they came and built this whole room for me. And I got a custom made mixing console desk that they actually put together. So any musicians out there, I'm putting a plug in for y'all. If y'all need some custom furniture made for y'all keyboards or your mixing consoles, these guys are y'all need to check out for sure. Kurt. So
Yes.
I not only that, Kurt, you are also not just a musician, but you're also a pastor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's funny that, looking at you being as a pastor now, it make me think about, I know you're going to laugh at this one. I remember being at the Coney Island. Do you remember this Coney Island? He had this sweatshirt on and it says, Jesus, the anchor of my soul. But Kurt was in there cussing like a sailor, man. I died laughing when I looked at his shirt. I'm thinking to myself, it don't match.
Oh. Oh, man.
But it was so hilarious. But I look back and I see where God has definitely taken us and brought us from, man. And and I'm proud of you, man. Proud of your family. You got your family is a musical. Your sister-in-law she's out there doing her thing. You got brother-in-law, your wife, your sister, like your kids out there. Your son is producing now. Man, y'all doing big things, man. I'm so proud of you and your kids and everybody. And your other son is an entrepreneur as well, huh?
Yes, Joel.
Yeah.
On landscaping business, Knighton Landscaping. Yeah.
Man, that's what's up.
That means a lot to hear that coming from D.
Oh man.
Here has been consistent. You know what you're gonna get how you say it, an upstanding young man, or well, you're older than me, but yeah, that I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. D also, Derek is also not just a musician, but he is also an author. And he's written certain books, a few books as well. You want to elaborate on that a little bit, D?
Yeah, I got a few books. I'm a comedian.
Yeah,
Every day,
that
pretty
he
much
is.
with Darren.
That he is. That he is.
On the phone, nutting up every day. But yeah, I have a few books. My most recent one, can you see that? That's my face. It's called Making Sense of Love, and it's a book of quotes. My social media I basically use as a blog to write relationship quotes that I've been writing over the years. And it's funny because I remember people started asking me, when's the book coming? And I'm like, what book? What should I write about? And Shamia, Kurt's sister-in-law, she's like, write a book of your quotes. We'll buy a book of your quotes. And I was like, okay. So the most recent book is my quotes. It's over 300 pages, 3 or 4 quotes on the page. So I was doing a whole lot of writing over the 7-8 years or however long it was. So yes, I got some books. Had a podcast. I'm starting another one. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
All right, cool. And what about you, Mike? Any plans? You got anything going on coming down the pipe?
Actually, it's just one day at a time, but I want to really, really focus on writing. And I appreciate you guys a lot, especially Derek. All you guys are the same. I mean, you believe in me and always have. But Derek is he really always grabbed hold of me, and it's like embraced my talent, who I am. And he really always encouraged it. Just the other day, Mike, you're right. You need to just be writing, man. I mean, because one song can make a big difference.
Right.
One song. And that's what I want to do more of in the near future, is not only write, but if I'm writing, people need to hear it. People need to see it. And I want to really get on a platform where people can really see it and use that bullhorn for real.
Right, for sure.
That's what I want to do really in the near future. Appreciate you guys.
Oh yeah, and that's so important. A lot of times people don't understand that you can write a song that will just encourage people and to whatever situation. You never know what people might be dealing with, but sometimes a song or anything that will help, an encouraging word, and that's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna definitely, you guys, Mike, if you don't mind, how can people get in touch with you on social media?
Well, you know what? What I'll do is give you my email, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine. And we can leave a link down below if people ever want to get in touch with you through email or anything like that.
And that would be wonderful. Yes.
Okay. What about you, D? How can people get in touch with you?
My social media is Derek is my name, Derek, DEREK, Q Sanders, SANDERS, and that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I think is actually under Righteous Men. That's WRITEOUS. So it's like writing. WRITEOUS Men. So you can find me on any of those. Derek Q Sanders, all my social media.
Cool. And Kurt, what about you?
I'm on Facebook, Curtis Knighton.
Oh. All right. He the old man of the group, the youngest
Right.
one, but the old man of the group.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
D.
yeah, go ahead.
So mine's is, you probably already have it, but it's Michael Anthony, Michael Anthony, Anthomy 820 at yahoo.com.
Okay, cool. And what I'll do, everybody, we'll leave a link down below. So if anybody want to get in touch with either one of these guys, you can just log on to the link, or you can send an email to info@12morekeys.com as well. And we'll definitely leave a link. All right, fellas, I thanks for sharing your time and your talent with us today. I just got to ask this one thing. Mike, what would be like one encouraging word that you would leave with people that may be inspired to want to write or become a musician?
I would say, like Derek would always encourage me to use what you've been through. I mean, write about that, and be true to yourself, be honest, and be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's major. Consistency and honesty.
True. What about you, Derek?
I would always say find somebody that's at a level that you want to be at and learn from that person. And with social media, it's so easy to have access to people that are doing something that you want to do, be it writing, be it singing, be it playing an instrument, or content creation, any of those types of things. There's a world of content out there and people that the internet has just broken down walls and barriers. It's like whoever you like, you're able to go and get free content. You're able to use YouTube, like I told one of my buddies, CP, that's been beneficial to y'all.
Right.
I told him that years ago. He was talking about, he wanted to do real estate. He wanted to take, he was talking about taking courses. And I was like, dude, before you spend any money, I said, go on YouTube. I said, because at this point, you're not even sure what area you want to go into in real estate. You just know that you're interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And now he swears by it. It's just boatloads of content, whatever it is you're interested in. A lot of it is free. So I would encourage anybody, whatever their talent is, whatever their interest is, find someone that can mentor you from afar. They may not even know they're mentoring you, but find somebody. And as they say, success leaves clues. So you can go and watch what other people are doing to be successful. And that'll be your encouragement. And it'll also give you a blueprint.
Good word. Good word. What about you, Kurt?
I would just say, pour your whole heart into whatever it is that you're passionate about, and don't let nobody deter you from that, And I think you'll get the most out of it just by loving what you do. I remember, and I know y'all remember too, I used to spend the night at the church.
Yeah.
I church building by myself, just playing. I was a teenager. I would didn't have driver's license. Darren and Derek would pick me up and take me to play with them, and I would say, I'm gonna just stay here. And I would be like, I'll just stay there and y'all pick me up tomorrow. And I'll play drums until I had to fall asleep. And then they'd come pick me up, and doing that, it just helped me, get better, and stuff just came easy just because I was just doing it. And then the other thing I remember, a lot of times D would have to show me songs when I would play the keyboards, because it would be hard for me to play. And I really didn't want to be a keyboard player, but every church I went to was always like, man, you know how to play that keyboard. You know how to play that organ. Of course, they just musicians.
Right.
And I want drums, but anyway, so I would play. And I would say, D, I can't learn these songs. And people would tell me, learn the bass line first, Kurt. Learn this first, and it took me a long time to figure that out on my own, really, really what it meant. But I remember, like, it would be songs and keys I didn't like because I was a drummer, and I would like D flat, A flat, and the song would be in D, or the song
right,
and just be playing it like it was nothing to it. And I would be like, what the heck? How is he doing all of that? But I'm quite sure it was because you played a lot and you put a lot of time into what you loved. So when it was a challenging song or whatever it wasn't as challenging because you were so engulfed in what you did. And I think, a lot of people now, it's like playing instruments could be more sometimes like a fad, because of the attention you get with it versus doing it because you love it. I'll play for free. You know what I'm saying? I'll spend the night in the church. My friends in school used to say, I guess I could say this, but this is what they, as kids was crazy. My one friend used to be like, "Yeah, you be tongue kissing your cymbals at home."
Oh man.
But that's how fanatical I was about my instrument, so it was more about the love. So, I never really played to be seen. I played because I loved it. And that's what people touches people. They can hear it because you go with your instrument versus just using it as something, it's almost like it becomes a conduit of who you are. You're expressing yourself through that instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Darren.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
No, you
but
good.
Can I inject one thing?
Mm-hmm.
And this is real quick. But I remember when me and Kurt went, he invited me to go with him to watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
This big convocation thing going on, this big musical thing. Kurt wasn't even on the program. And when he had to play us with the choir, one of the songs or something. He ended up playing the whole concert. He killed the concert. Everybody was just tripping over Kurt. And I was tripping. I was sitting there. I was like, this guy played like I ain't never seen nobody play before.
Yeah.
He was smoking.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, seriously.
That was over 30 years ago, Mike.
I know.
Over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
I said the one thing I do appreciate about working with you guys, all of us have been just stayed humble in the gift that God has given us for sure.
Right.
I remember Kurt too. I remember this. We played at and I don't know, you might remember it when we played for your mother-in-law, Mine Anointed, the group. We had did a gig at a youth home, and Kurt was, I guess it was like this one little part where it's like a little drum solo. It wasn't too much, but during the solo, he broke one of his sticks. But while he didn't stop playing, so he had the one hand still going. He reached into his bag and grabbed the other stick while he was still playing it. And we were all just tripping, going crazy, like he is a joker right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all of our gifts. Seriously, they compliment each other too.
Yeah. But listen, fellas, I appreciate y'all, man. Guys, I love y'all for sure. With all my brothers for sure, my brothers for life. And I'm just so happy that I had the opportunity to actually talk to you all and let the world see who you are as well first. So, like I said, I'm going to leave your social media information down at the bottom or your emails and stuff like that. So if anybody wants to get in touch with them, by all means, you can do so. And once again, thank you for joining us at 12 More Keys. And this is just an episode of Chop Talk. And we'll be talking to you. Peace out.
All right. Later, fellas.
All right.